What is up, everybody? What's happening? Happy Sunday. My name is Brandon Osborne, also known as Control for Days. Today we are going to jump into a modern league with the deck Black-Green Yawgmoth. The list we're running is this, which is, I don't know if I'd say it's my preferred build, but it's the build I am testing the most. If you want to follow along, I have a stat sheet, which is on my Patreon. This is version 6.7, so if you want to see how the deck is performing, you can check it out there. The highlights of the deck list: we have 2 main deck Boseiju, 2 main deck Twilight Mirrors. There are no Urborgs, there are no Twilight or no Yavimaya, 3 Wall of Roots as opposed to 4, which I'd say is more typical, and 1 Prosperous Innkeeper, 3 Eldritch Evolutions, 2 Endurance, and 4 Grist the Hunger Tide. And the 3-drop slot is the place where my list probably varies the most from other lists. Lastly, the sideboard. I still have 1 Shieldred hanging around. I don't know what to replace it with, so we're hanging on to that for the time being. Sideboard has 1 Endurance, 1 Hearse, 1 Ooze, and the rest of it is pretty stock. Nothing too crazy there. Alright, get paired quickly, I like it. I'll move my mic over just a little bit. Sorry if that messed with the audio. So we're jumping in. This is match number 1, M12UK1. I am on the play, and I am happy about that. Opening 7 is fine. Nothing special, but it's definitely a keep. So this is an instance where, like, the Endurance, if it were an evolution, that would be a little bit better, but it's okay. We like Endurance. There's a lot of trickery to be had with the fella. The whatever that is, stag looking thing. Alright, so Saga into Drum. Nice that we have Boseiju in hand. Could be Hammer Time, could be in Affinity, could also be like Grinding Station, Breach, one of those kinds of decks. I'm gonna go and start getting my beats on. Build out my mana a little bit. We'll see what they're doing over there on their next turn, most likely. So if you're joining me today, thank you for tuning in. Anybody that's out there, whether you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, it's good to have you. All right, we got a Mem Knight, so we're thinking Affinity at this point, which we are heavily favored against. Yesterday I was talking some trash about a matchup that I had never lost, and then I lost it, so I'm not going to say this is unlosable, but it's definitely a good matchup for us. We do kind of need to find a Yawg at some point, which is what that was. Yeah, so we're pretty good. If they have a main deck Pithing Needle, we'll be in trouble. So I'm going to hold the Boseiju. I'm not going to play it out. I'll play out the Endurance, and then next turn we'll be able to cord for a Yawg. I'm just keeping this as an insurance policy here. I do not want to jeopardize not being able to do my thing. Alright, so they got a bunch of constructs, which our guys are pretty good at blocking. They're probably going to get a Shadow Spear if I had to guess. That would be my... Oh, Relic, okay. It's actually smart. Alright, so we're going to take a hit from a guy. It's fine, we'll go down to 12. And we'll play out Endurance. And now we have the requisite mana to be able to pop off, as they say. Messenger, not really what we want. They can pop the relics, so we don't... Yeah, we're just gonna pass here. We'll core during their turn. We'll set up some blockers, and then we'll see if they overcommit with something, so we can start comboing off from there. I don't think they may run a main deck Metallic Rebuke. That would be the card that should be on our radar, but we can't really play around it at this point, so... Okay, so they're tapped out. So this is our opportunity. And that is definitely a very scary card there. Alright, so we're gonna mow down one of these guys. So I kind of want to I think I'm going to go a point or two lower, looking for, like, we're probably going to lose one of these, at least one of these, so that's kind of what I wanted. Okay. Urza's pretty big game. I actually have a losing record against this iteration of the deck with Urza. This is one of the few matchups I'm negative in, so this is actually a tough matchup. Urza complicates things. I've only played against it a handful of times. Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I imagine they tap this construct, bounce the Yawg, swing for a lot. Okay, they're adding mana with it. Oh, yeah, I guess they can do that. Alright, so from here, like, we have to block. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. I don't think we're winning this one. I thought we were, until I saw Urza come down. So they're going to be able to pop the relic here too, which means our board is going to be pretty devastated. I don't think we can win from this point. Like, had we had an extra mana to have the Beseiju up, that would have been great, but you unfortunately were not in that position. And from here, I don't think we can win. We'll pack it up. Pack it up. Yeah, this is a tough one. Force of Vigor. Liberator for sure. I like Magus as well. And I think I like some number of Thoughtseizes to nab Urzas if they have them. Shieldred. Not really drawing cards. So, especially on the play, I don't think we want Shieldred. Get rid of 1 Endurance. Messenger, they're an aggressive deck. We can shave on Wall of Roots. I feel like we don't want a full play set of Grist. Reset Geist double block. Was that what I did? Is that what you meant? So we just have to play around Metallic Rebuke. I feel like we can cut another wall. 2 more cards. Probably shave 1 Grist. Maybe 2 Grist. Magus. Liberator. 3 Force of Vigor. 2 Thoughtseize. I think that's good. And good morning, Suspect. Good to have you. Yeah, Bouncing Ogg was brutal. Having the Spell Bomb was what killed us there. Otherwise, I think we could have beaten that. We would definitely like to play first. Alright, this opening 7's a little slow, but it is definitely a keep. We just need our birds to survive here, which I think usually they would. Alright, they have a 7-card hand as well. Having access to Liberator is going to be really good. Having access to Force of Vigor is really good. So I think we're in decent shape to start things off. Drum. Alright, that was really good too. Go Liberator into Bird. Now if we're using this Force of Vigor, I'm not even sure which one we use. Which of these 2 cards? Okay, so the trigger's on the stack. I think I'm going to pop this here and now. And the question is, I think I get rid of the cord. So we're going to have a flipped Liberator. Or not. Alright, they have a Spell Bomb. That's fine. Okay, and now I think we start accruing value. So we'll Evo away one of our birds. This is an instance where I kind of want the messenger. Like, I kind of want to get a 2-drop to put myself in a position where I can get Yawg. Maybe Geist was the right move there. Maybe I should have waited. But I think, given the context now, I think we just get Grist. There goes a Yawg. Alright, so we set them back a turn. We have a pretty developed board state here, so we're in pretty good shape, and having access to evolution is strong. Alright, so we can get rid of that with our Magus too. Or just that. That works. I forgot about that flipping. Spell Bomb. Sure. Alright, we'll play out our Hierarch. We'll uptick our Grist. Play out our Liberator again. We'll let them keep their land for a turn. Oh, geez. Now it's going to... I shouldn't have played out the Hierarch. Damn, that was a mistake. I wasn't thinking about the fact that it was still nighttime. I guess they're probably going to play 2 spells this turn anyway, so... Okay, another bird is actually pretty good. So I think we swing in with the 3/3. We'll start there. I think we're going to shoot down the Ornithopter. So we'll dump an insect token here. Because this is like a critical mass deck, I think I said that right, critical mass, you kind of just want to just take them off volume. That's really the aim here. So I know they could have Rebuke up. I think I wait one more time for this Evo. One more turn. Let them make a construct, that's fine. Okay, they're making another one. They may or may not have a play, which means our Liberator will flip, hopefully. I imagine they probably get a Pithing Needle. We have 2 Yawgs in our graveyard right now. We'll see if they can actually cast anything. They've been hitting their land drops, I think, every turn. Or maybe they missed one. They missed one land drop. No, they've been hitting them. They haven't had the opportunity to play land yet this turn. So it's very possible they could have another land and play a spell from there. I find it hard to believe that they would make a construct if they had something they could cast from their hand. How's everybody doing this Saturday? This Sunday. It's not Saturday anymore. This is game 2 of our first match of a Modern League. This one's a little grindy so far. Currently down a game. Go Bills. I haven't been paying attention to football this year, but I think the Bills are pretty good from what I understand. Alright, they have a drum. They have another one of those. Imagining they might swing. One, two, three. Okay, so they can spell bomb. So I'm actually going to lead on Yawg here. And this is kind of what I expected to happen. There's the Rebuke. Okay. No. No. Dump that. Make another token. Pass the turn. So we still have our flipped Liberator. They have 3 mana. We've gotten rid of 3 sagas up to this point. They're doing a lot of thinking over there. A lot of thinking. A relic, sure. I think they have a second spell here. Okay, they're popping that. So they're hoping for a second spell. So we only have 1 Yawg left in our deck here. They don't have a second spell. Or maybe they do. We'll see. Right, so attacks. Grist. Do I block with both, or do I save one? I think I'll save one. As long as they don't have instant speed artifacts, which I don't think exist, I think we're okay there. Oh, and they do not have another spell. It is bad news bears for them. Cord is really good for us. I'm actually going to take out the drum here. It shrinks both the constructs. And now we're going to be able to tutor for our last Yawg. And we can just kill these. Unless they have something like a Spell Pierce. Which I don't think they play. Surprised they haven't scooped here, to be honest. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that was a hard-fought game. We got there. Game 3. I don't know if Magus is good enough on the draw. So many constructs. I might want one of those back in. Shaven Evo. The only reason I would consider getting rid of an Evo is because of Metallic Rebuke. Like, they can have access to that really quickly, and it's just a blowout if they have that when I cast an Evo. But at the same time, I want to Evo ASAP to get out of Magus, so it's like, it's a little push and pull. Kind of want the life gain. I think I shave an Evo. I think that's the move. Lean on our Thoughtseizes and our Force of Vigors. And this guy. Alright, so this hand is acceptable. It's a turn 3 Yawgmoth, so we'll keep it. They mulligan to 6, which we're happy to see. They start off with a drum. That's a good draw. So if our bird sticks around, we can go turn 2 Wall of Roots into Geist, into turn 3 Yawgmoth with a Cord up. Which would be very, very nice. Alright, so they have Metallic Rebuke up. Let's see if they cut us off of this line with the Rebuke. No, they did not. Okay. They're a little slow out of the gate here. So my other option next turn is to play out a Geist and Cord, which I actually think I might do. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to play out Geist, and I'm going to leave Cord up for a Liberator, and then if they don't do anything, I'm going to Cord for Liberator EOT. I imagine they try to counter it, and then from there I'll play out Yawgmoth. One. Alright, so that still doesn't give them... Alright, so they're just dead here, I believe. I don't think they can have any interaction at this point. They're thinking about something. I don't know what, but... Like, I'm pretty sure they can't cast Rebuke from this point, so... I don't know what they would be thinking about. Is that it? Is that game? Got there. Alright. Yeah, that was a fun match, though. I enjoyed playing that. That was good. 7 is acceptable. They have a Gigantha. Alright. Gigantha. So they could be Death Shadow, Jund Saga, some sort of Asmo deck. I guess Tron, it could be. Unlikely, but it could be. We do want another land or another mana producer here. Like this bird, if we're playing against... I guess this could be like a domain deck as well. That was a good draw. I'm guessing this bird's gonna die. This is like one of the few instances where Ragavan's actually good against our deck on the play and we don't have a wolf. Alright, we're taking a hit. Alright, our bird lived. That's actually really good. So we don't have to fetch shock ourselves here, which is nice. Do they have some sort of counter? They have like a remand? That would be ridiculous. They have a remand. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what to think about that. You go Ragavan into remand. Feels like 2016. Who plays Remand these days? Like, why would you do that? What are you doing? Hosu. Stop playing Remand. Alright, you have yourself an Eldritch Evolution. What did they hit off the last Ragavan? Accord? You can have our bad cards. I would like a land here. Alright. Yeah, I would definitely like a land here. If they remand me again, I might lose my shit. That would be unacceptable if I got remanded again. Third Yawgmoth, not great. Don't do it. Don't do it, Hosu. Oh my god. You're really gonna remand me again. You're gonna be that guy. Alright. Yeah, land drop would have been great there. I don't know if we need a third Yawgmoth in this situation. Cool, you got an ignoble. Like, if you lose the dice roll, Remand is just such a bad card, I feel like. Alright, they pulled Gigantha into their hand. We are really far behind at this point. Oh, thanks, right on time. Alright, I was gonna say, if we got remanded one more time, I was about to flip this desk. Surprisingly, still not completely out of this game. An unfortunate thing is that we only have one Yawg left in the deck to Evo for. We are definitely blocking here. Guessing they have another Ragavan. See if they play out the Gigantha. They have 6 cards in hand. Yeah, there's the other Ragavan. And then a Gigantha on top of it, maybe. I still want to draw land. Alright, so now they have infinite mana. Yeah, not what we wanted. Not where we want to be. And we're going to chord for our Dryad Arbor during their turn. Which isn't great because we only have one black source right now. Alright, I guess we're not chording for Dryad Arbor. It's not looking good this game. I think I'm going to take the bait and block the Ragavan here. If they have like double Tribal Flame, we'll be dead. I think they have 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So if they have 2 Tribal Flames, we're dead. But I think we were pretty dead anyway if they had that. Third Ragavan. Wild Nakano. Yeah, this is modern 2014. Alright. Still stuck on 3 mana. This thing's a 5/3 trampler, huh? Block here, take 5. No, I'll take more than 5. Block here. Five, 6, 7. Okay, that's the move. Oh, not that one. If they're slow rolling me with like a bolt or something like that. Oh, I guess that was lethal. 5, 6, 7. What was that? 7 or 8? Well, either way, we weren't winning that game, so not a big deal. Remand. What a card. All right. On the play. As many times as we got remanded that game, I do not think we want Veil of Summer in our deck. I think probably some number of Thoughtseize on the play. Probably, maybe, maybe not. Might just be worse than what we're doing. All right, let me talk this through. Okay, so Force of Vigor, we're anticipating Leyline Binding, and we're also anticipating that Scion of Draco. So that would be why we would play those. Additionally, why we'd be playing Liberator. Besides that, what else did I bring in? Or is that it? That was it, just those 3 cards. I feel like our main deck is pretty well prepared to deal with what they're doing. I generally don't like Messenger in like super aggressive matchups. They do have Ragavan, so we're going to keep in our Undying Creatures. We're going to bring back a Wolf on the draw. Maybe I just cut the second Endurance. How does that look? I don't even know if Shieldred's good in this matchup. They deal a lot of damage themselves off their mana base, so it might be good. But they also have ways to kill it with 1 or 2 mana, which doesn't feel great. I don't know if we want Thoughtseize. That's the card I'm kind of unsure about. I think we're the aggressor this game, so I think we go with this configuration. Yeah, I don't... This hand is terrible. I will never... This hand is much better. We're going to get rid of the Force of Vigor. I will never bring in Magus against a deck that has red removal. It's a waste of a card. I'm even hesitant to do it against decks that have cards like Solitude. I really think you want to, like, if you're getting that card, you're probably tutoring for it. So you're essentially getting 2 for 1 if it dies. Alright, there's a Ragavan. We don't care about that. That's fine. Ragavan on the draw against Yawgmoth. Not where you want to be. Alright, this hand is shaping up nicely. I'm not going to attack, just in case they have a way to remove our Geist or our wall. Let's see what they do here. Should have 5 colors of mana, I would imagine, or is 4. Maybe a Kavu. Your name is very confusing to read, but congratulations on the top 8 for the RCQ. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I'll mess it up, but that's amazing. I'm really happy to hear that you had that success. The deck is really good, and if you're playing tight, that's a really good draw. Yeah, if you're playing tight, the deck can definitely carry you pretty far. Alright, so I wonder here if we pop the Ragavan to start. I kind of want to draw an extra land. Like, if we pull a land, I can get Liberator and then pop the Rest in Peace. It's a little risky. Take ourselves off of 4 mana, but we do still have... Alright, yeah, that kind of sucks, but alright. No, I don't want to... Yeah, I'll attack. I don't think this is the spot we're going to be courting. Pressure their life total. I mean, they use their mana very efficiently in this deck, but... Kavu. Alright, so I think they're kind of hurting here. Land. Shieldred. Alright, we're gonna uptick Grist. We got a double hit. That is beautiful. And I guess the question is, do I play around Remand, is the question. And I think I probably do, right? I think I probably do. We're not doing that again. We're not doing those shenanigans. Let's see what they do. I wish I had the opportunity to play in more RCQs. What are you doing? You attacking me? Alright. I'll let you discard your card. There goes a Scion. I'll block here. That's fine. This thing doesn't have trample, does it? Okay. They scoop it up. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position from there. Yeah, we get a cord. Then we just kill them. Alright, game 3. This is the game. Do I bring in another Force of Vigor? Do I bring in Thoughtseize? Like, there's certain hands where Force of Vigor lines up really well, and certain hands where it doesn't. Like, if they go Ragavan into Kavu, it's like, what am I doing with this card? But if they go, you know, if they have a hand of like Binding and you know, Rest in Peace and Scion of Draco, like, this card looks really well. And same thing with Thoughtseize. Like, if they have a bunch of 2-drops in their hand, Thoughtseize looks great. But if they get out of the gate quickly with a 1-drop, Thoughtseize feels pretty bad. I think I am going to bring in Thoughtseizes this game, though. I think I'm going to shave an Evo because I'm guessing there will be remands in the deck. And I'm going to shave a Hierarch. I want birds so I have blockers for the Scions if needed. I wonder if I shave one more. Bring in another Force. Let's try that. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're favored, especially if we're on the play. This hand is definitely okay. Sand does stuff. We want our bird to survive so we can go double wall on turn 2 and then have a really big chord open on turn 3. Oh, so annoying. Land actually isn't bad. Alright, bird. We need you, bird. We need you. Ragavan, blah blah blah. I wonder if it's even worth it to just like chord for a wolf next turn if we have access to that. That's really good. First time Ragavan has ever hit something good against this deck. Yeah, I think like on the board or post board on the play, like keeping in some number of Ragavans might be fine, but most games against our deck, it's just a bad card. Like very rarely does it actually do what they want it to do. So, alright, so there's a pro and a con to them getting our grist here. The pro is our bird's going to survive. The con is they have a grist. Yeah, even then with Draco, it's like I don't think that's very good. Like our creatures return from the graveyard, so even if it has first strike, it's a Scion in the graveyard. All right, how do we deal with this card called Grist? All right, now our mana is getting a little excessive with the mana here. Alright, we need some business next turn. I mean, we have business, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have chord mana up for Yawg. Depending on what they do, the move might just be get a wolf here. Like block, block, get a wolf. And then get Yawg next turn. Sure, I'll block. They're a little short on colors right now, so that's good for us. Oh wow, they're minusing? That's surprising. I wonder if they have removal for this Wall of Roots. Alright, we're gonna chord. Wolf. You're killing our other wall? Alright, killing our other wall. Alright. Alright, so we could Evo into our own Grist. Is that the move? And then uptick. They're stuck on mana, so they probably have a hand of who knows what. What does Evo into our own Grist do? Let's look at our deck list here. Like, is that the best thing we can do? Probably. I feel like we don't want to just sit around this turn. Evo into Grist. We can shoot down their Grist, and then we're kind of dead in the water if they have some sort of removal. They used one bolt. This is close. This is close. I think we're playing out our Heath. If we can fade removal for a turn, we'll be in really good shape. Is that what we need to do? Do we need to get rid of their grist? Or do we give it another turn? I think we give it another turn. Let's see. Whoop. This is a tricky line here. Just make sure there's nothing else worthwhile. Would love to have a Yawgmoth right now, but alright, we're gonna uptick. We'll see what they do. Like, if they want to sacrifice our grist and a creature for their grist, I guess it is our grist. Whoever's grist it is, if they want to sacrifice it to kill ours, I guess that's reasonable. But right now we're in a situation we can trade the wolf, we can block the Nicodle. Alright, and that doesn't really accomplish much. If they have something like a Leyline Binding, we can Besage it. It does fill out their mana though, which isn't perfect for us. I guess they can't really cast a Binding, can they? Best case scenario for us right now is probably Yawgmoth. That guy's pretty good. Yawg? That was not a Yawg. Alright, we're starting to fall behind here. Play out the Heath. So if they minus to kill the grist, -2 kill the grist, if they swing in with everything, I think we just have to keep plussing here, unfortunately. I don't think we have enough resources to minus our grist right now. Double hit. Oh, we wanted that. That is unfortunate. The one instance where we actually wanted Dryad Arbor. That's why I played out the fetch. That sucks. Dryad Arbor is never where you want it to be when you want it. You don't want it in your hand, it's in your hand. You want it in your deck, it's not in your deck. It's like the least reliable card ever. Yeah, the fact that we're down a creature, I was counting on that. Really counting on that Dryad Arbor. I wonder if we just double block. I think that's the move. Let them use a removal spell. Like, I guess if they have a removal spell, they're going to use it on the grist, right? And I guess they're not minusing the grist because they wouldn't have attacked it if they were. Or maybe they would just because they wanted us to dump our resources. Alright, I got rid of one of their threats. We need this to survive, and we need to draw a Yawgmoth. And then we're fine. And then everything is okay. Surprised they still don't have another land. This is game 3, match 2 of the league. They're plussing. Interesting, they brought in Veil of Summer. They do not have other insects in their deck, it appears. Alright, so to 4 land types. Alright, that's actually really good for us. We are A-okay with that. Fell right into our trap. Mwahaha. That's how you want to use your turn. Go for it. Maybe the move is to do that on our turn, so we can activate the Grist right away. Alright, alright. We're doing it. We're in it to win it. Would have liked that. That would have been nice. Would have liked that. Alright, we're going to start by mowing down this guy, and we would love a Young Wolf or a Strangleroot Geist. One of those 2 cards. And they have another binding. Alright. I think we're in a position here where we have to draw cards. So I think we get rid of another one of these. That's not what we wanted. Can we draw a creature? It's not a creature. Alright, so our Grist is going to die. Them stealing our Grist at the beginning of the game has been brutal. Brutal. Because they kept in Ragavan. Alright, that was kind of felt like the pivot point there. We're pretty far behind now. Based on how good this has been this game, it kind of feels like their deck should be playing Grist, huh? Yeah, I needed to not draw lands off that Yawgmoth. There's a Scion. Okay, so best draw here is Force of Vigor. Okay, okay. Best draw here is Young Wolf. Can I holler at a Young Wolf? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, if they have a remand, I'm going to flip out a little bit. See if they have a remand. So we need them to make a mistake, and that mistake is to uptick the Grist pre-combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 creatures in the graveyard. So they might not do that. Let's see if they do it. Uptick the Grist. Uptick the Grist. Pre-combat. They didn't. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to do this pre-combat. Do Do you think they have a remand? I feel like they have a remand. I feel like that is likely what is happening right now. Okay. Okay. Gain a life. That was our best draw there. Pop. Draw a card. Alright, we're still grinding. Still at it. Took one. Now I imagine they minus. Okay, if we can draw an undying creature here, if we can draw a Geist specifically, depending on what they do. They have another Scion. Yeah, they got another Scion. That's pretty good. Geist is still our best draw here. Okay, that's pretty bad for us. Jesus. Grist. Grist is kind of like a diversion. Alright, double hit Grist. Go, go, Grist. Five, 10, 9, 12. Yeah, depending on what they do here, if they swing at Grist, we have a chance. If they swing at me, we're just dead, pretty much. Alright, swing at Grist. Alright, he's saying there's a chance. Not a good one, but there's a chance. Our diversion worked. It's looking like we're going to be 1-1 in this league. We are currently 1-0. We beat Urza Affinity in round 1. And they still have those damn remands in their deck. Yeah, and them stealing our Grist early in this game has really been our downfall here. Alright, so we know their hand. We have perfect information here. So we really need an undying creature into like another Force of Vigor. That's not it. The fact that we don't have Arbor in our deck is really, really hurting us too. I think I'm in a situation here, as long as this doesn't get remanded, where I have to use it. We need to hit perfect here, so we need to pull like Young Wolf. What's the way that we win this game? Hit this, Young Wolf. Hit this. Like 2 Young Wolves into a Force of Vigor? Is that how we win this? Like, we can't just sit around. We can't not use this. And then I feel like there's maybe a proliferate line somewhere in the mix as well. Alright, that's 1 Young Wolf. Five, 4. This isn't going to do it. Oh. Not gonna do it, unfortunately. Like, the way we could have stayed alive there is we block here, pop after combat, or after blocks, kill this, draw into Force of Vigor, kill this, and go down to 1, but it doesn't get there. We lost. Match 3, we are playing against Chalkowski. Sounds like a classical pianist. Our 7 is acceptable. It's a little slow, but I think we keep it. Much prefer this hand on the play as opposed to the draw. We'll see if we can pull a 1-drop here. How's everybody's Sunday going so far? Anybody tuning into the Magic 30 coverage or the Worlds coverage? I haven't been watching any of Worlds. I've kind of lost interest in that now that it's all on. Like, I turned it on briefly yesterday and it was all arena, and I just see that interface and it just doesn't feel like Magic to me. It's weird. I don't know. So, ooh, we're doing a little dredge. Like some Dredge. Dark Blast is pretty good. We'll see if they have a black source to be able to use that. I respect Chalkowski. I respect it. Alright, second gaze. Filled up their graveyard pretty quickly. We'll see if they have a second mana source. They didn't Dredge. They do have their black source. Alright, so we're going to get turn 2 Grist in play, which is nice for us. Post board, having access to Ooze is going to be really, really important. Okay, so I'm going to throw this out here right now. So my match win percentage against Dredge, I am currently 14-0 right here. Yesterday, we lost to Hardened Scales, for which I also had a perfect record of 10-0, and I now have a 1 next to that. I got the 1. So, on stream, if I lose to this right now, I'm sorry, but you guys are bad luck. We'll see. Hopefully I can stay alive here. I love y'all, but I can't be losing these practical buy matchups. I can't have it. Alright, so we're guessing there is likely going to be a ton of creatures in play by the end of their turn. They have a Dark Blast in hand. I'm guessing they have a 2-mana discard spell. Or they just probably put the Ox in play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they can't put the Ox into play. Alright. Drawing the cord last turn was actually pretty good. We're short on being able to cord for endurance, unless we had a double hit there, which we did not. But we do have 2 endurance in the deck, so that's on the table for next turn. We also have Yawg. We can just combo kill them. That's also a possibility. Gaze is really taking this deck like up a notch. So their turn, they're gonna Ox. I should know one of the cards in their hand, right? Or I don't. Dredge the Imp. All the Oxes are in the yard. 3 Ox. Believe in the streak. We need the streak to stay alive. Game 1, it feels like we're going to be behind. We also need to keep an eye out to see if they have caverns. So if they have caverns, they're going to want to be on the draw. There's 1, 2 dredges, nothing there. Okay, they do have caverns, so they're going to want to be on the draw. So we're going to opt to be on the draw game too if we can. Hey, bud. Good morning. Duke has entered the building. Okay, so we can kind of deal with this right now. We're a little behind, but I wonder if we double block. I think we double block the amalgam, and then we're going to get rid of it next turn. Because we're going to chord for endurance. Alright, we're in this. Oh, I forgot about the ghouls. And they have another amalgam. Alright, never mind. We're probably dead. I forgot they had all that. I spoke too soon. 3 ghouls. Yeah, this is going to be rough. How do we win this game? How do we win? How do we win? Can we win? Set the block. Can we win this game? Maybe drawing endurance was the way that we win. They can play another Ox next turn. Maybe it's just a matter of like holding down the fort, trying to stay alive, and then just... I feel like with the Ox though, we're just going to be super dead. They have 22 cards. They can probably dredge at least 15, 19 cards. They've hit 3 chills already though, so that like if there's a chance that their final chill isn't in the bottom 3 cards, we could win maybe. You guys are terrible luck. The fact that I'm going to be taking a damage off one of my... Oh, didn't mean to play that. Okay. Off of one of my lands is also not good. I didn't do the math on this, but I don't think I can... I don't think I can get endurance here. I think I have to just try to hold down the fort. Dodge the 4th chill. I don't think this is going to be good enough, but we'll see. I'm at 9. Alright, let's see if we can dodge chill number 3. Or number 4, I should say. Alright, there's going to be some shenanigans here on our end. Alright, so we're going to block 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're taking 6, 8 right now. So we're staying alive as it stands. 8. So every time we cycle our Geist, we're going to save a life. So we'll block like that. Can you imagine if we win this game? How crazy that would be? We have to keep in mind they do have a Dark Blast as well. Dryad Arbor right on time. See if they Dark Blast here. Okay, so here's the thing. We have the kill. If they go Ox and hit the last chill, we'll die. But if they don't, we'll win. It's going to be really, really close because they have... Maybe they have the chill in hand. Can we hope they have the chill in hand? Alright, we're down to 5. We're down to 3. This is it, guys. We have a shot. The other line we have here, or we have access to, is we're going to go down to 3. We can go down to 1. And we can try to find an endurance as well. That's also a thing. Yeah. Okay. Down to 2. What can we find here? All right. We're still not out of it. If we draw Blood Artist, we'll win. This is called playing to your outs. All right. I still don't think we're dead. All right, how do we do this? I feel like it starts probably with Wall of Roots. Only way we have to gain life right now is with Innkeeper. This is a really tough game here. Or I wonder if I just get an endurance and just try to stabilize. 1, 2, 1, 3. Like if they have another Dark Blast, that will be really bad. That will just be game. But I wonder if the line here is just to get another endurance. Do I pop the Ox? I think I need blockers though. I don't know how good of a long-term strategy this is, but 1, 2, 3. Sack here. Get endurance. We'll go down to 1. And try to stabilize from there. All right. This is what we got. 5 attackers, 5 blockers. Well, I guess 4 blockers, because we can't block one of the Narcomoebas. Land drop. Bring in the team. I like it. Okay. Block 1 there. Block. I wonder if we keep the Ox in play. We are at 1 life. Nurturing Peatland, you are not doing anything. Have we stabilized? Alright, they have an imp. We have a blocker for the imp. can also just minus the grist to hit the imp, but obviously that's not really not a good situation. Wonder if we start by drawing a card? Like if we pull ourselves into an innkeeper, that would be what we want. Another Yawg is not what we want. We wanted that chord. All right. This is kind of a crazy game, right? This has been going on for a while. This is a battle. Battle of wits. And they just draw land and hardcast a Creeping Shell and then we die. Be fairly anticlimactic. Alright, Endurance goes there. Bird goes there. This here. And Dryad Arbor. At this point, Dryad Arbor is probably better than the Wolf, maybe. Probably. Yeah, we get it. We get it, Stinkweed Imp. You killed our creature. They have another imp. They do have another imp. That's not good. Like, we're gonna have to put the imp in the graveyard at some point. There's Blood Artist. Blood Artist would have been really good too. Putting all the good cards in our graveyard. That would have been a card that could have gotten us out of this. I guess if they have a Dark Blast in hand, we just lose now. This has been a crazy battle, this game. Alright, those are my blocks. See what you got. More flyers. I don't know if we actually have an out at this point. I don't know what we can draw to... Like, I guess it needs to be Innkeeper. Innkeeper is the card that keeps us in this. That's not an Innkeeper. Alright. 12. Ooh, I wonder. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, we're actually really close. Oh, if we had one more life. Oh my gosh, we are 1 mana off of killing them. Oh, this is so unfortunate. We are 1 mana short of killing them. If this was a Twilight Mirror of something, we would have had it. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Oh, we could have killed him. We needed one more life. That was our line. Crazy. Alright. I wonder if we bring in Shieldred. I think Shieldred's probably pretty good against them. That would have been crazy if we won that way. That would have been epic. That would have been epic. That was so close. 1 mana. I wonder if there was an opportunity, maybe last turn, had I foreseen that, could I have won that way? I probably could have. If I'd had the foresight. Okay, we're definitely getting rid of Messenger. Probably getting rid of a Cord. Probably getting rid of a Geist. Some number of birds. Look at my sideboard guide. Keep in mind, we're going to be on the draw this game. Endurance, Liberator, Ooze, Hearse, 3 Grist and 1 bird. Oh, yeah, Grist, duh. Birds. I think we can get rid of a Geist too. Am I happy with this? -1 bird plus 1 Geist. Alright, we'll run with it. That would have been a crazy win. Would you like to play first? No. Oof. Oof. What do you think? I think we have to keep this because of this one right here. If they have a Dark Blast though, we're just gonna lose if we don't pull a second land. Alright. So they have their thing. Alright, we got a bird, so that's really good. Alright, Hearse. Go, go, Hearse. They have Gemstone Caverns in their deck. So if they're on the draw, they can put the Cavern into play. Which, like, the ability of Gemstone Caverns does not work on the draw. It doesn't do what you want it to do. Alright, cool. So we're not dead. See, they had a Caverns. Leyline, Stinkweed, 1 Narcomoeba, 1 Amalgam. Is there an Ox in there? It was a pretty bad Dredge, actually. Alright, we pulled another land. That's really good. So get a blocker down. Get a Hearse down. Feels like we're in pretty good position this game. How many... They have Imp and they have Dark Blast. So I guess the question is, do I eat those now? Or do I wait for them to dredge before I eat something? I think I'm going to eat them now. I could get blown out here. I think they go and get their black source now, if they still have it. They only have 1 black source in the deck, so... The Blood Crypt's in the graveyard, so they can't... 3 Creeping Chills. Alright, yeah, so we're going to need an Endurance next turn. I think we should be able to stabilize from there. They have a Ghoul. How many ghouls? They only have 1 ghoul. Okay, I think we should be able to stabilize. Cord isn't bad. wonder if I Evo... I think I Evo the bird. Okay, so their dredging is pretty much done for the rest of the game. They are dredged out. Once again, it'd be nice to have Dryad Arbor in our deck to be able to get it with Cord. Hi, bud. Oh, they have another one. Wow. So the thing about Thrilling Discovery is you don't have an opportunity to respond to it. Alright, they have a Ghoul. And they have an Amalgam, so we're going to eat those. I think they should have done that post-combat. I think that was a mistake on their part. Hi, bud. I'll be with you in a few. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go down to 5. Oh, wait. That was a mistake. Reset blockers. Okay, so that was a mistake. I was supposed to activate my hearse before going to blocks, so I'm going to lose my wolf because of that. Which is unfortunate. That might be... could be bad. Alright, playing a Narcomoeba. We're going to eat their 2 ghouls. Oh, they had another one. Oh, that's... oh my gosh. I thought they only had 2. Oh, that was bad. Okay, Innkeeper not bad. And now we have to eat the amalgams. Yeah, we're in trouble. Again. Are we going to lose this matchup? Okay, they didn't hit anything. So we're safe for another turn. Block here. Block here. Alright, never mind. I lied. They have a gaze. Another amalgam. And an Narcomoeba. Ugh. Alright, here. Just gonna cord for a wolf. I'll gain a life off of it. I'll gain 2 life off of it. Let's see if we can claw our way back in here. We're at 4. Dryad Arbor is in play. Can we just kill them? I think we can just kill them, right? Okay, yeah, we got this, I think. Does that get us there? We'll have 2 more endurances. Should I move to blocks first? Down to 3, down to 2. Did I hit a land drop yet? Give me 1 second, guys. I got bud. So if I get a Yawgmoth, I have access to 2 more endurance and a land drop. Okay, yeah, I think that does it. I didn't do this all out here, but I think that's good enough. Did I play a land yet? I did play a land. Oh, maybe not. All right, that might have been a mistake. I'm semi-distracted here. My dog needs to go out, so he's... All right, I think we should be good here. So we're going to use 1 endurance to get rid of their whole deck. Get rid of their graveyard. We're going to use another one to get our graveyard back in the deck. We'll be able to get a wolf, another wolf in play. These are crazy games, huh? I think we have 2 left in the deck. Unless there's one in the graveyard. Yeah, we got 2 left in the deck. These are very complicated games. There's a chord, which is going to be good. We actually might time out this match. We're really tight on time right now. I need to play quickly. We might time out. We might not get done with this match. Alright, I'm just going to keep drawing. I'm not going to look. No. Misclick. Haven't hit any of the endurances yet. We have 3.5 minutes to win this match. This is crazy right now. Oh no. Every click is so important. I only have 11 cards left in my deck, and I haven't seen the other endurances yet. Wow. Still no endurances. Pretty sure there's one. There's two. Okay. And now I have to discard a ton of stuff. Okay, so that was a mistake on their part. Okay. Discard. I'm not even thinking about what I'm discarding. I'm just getting rid of stuff. Is that everything? Need one more card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, they didn't dredge. I guess that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna let them enter combat. Target them. Too many triggers. And with regards to these triggers, I should be stacking them in a certain way, but I'm not really thinking about it. Yeah, so I stacked the triggers wrong. And then I could redraw my whole deck again. But because of time restrictions, I can't do that right now. I have 54 seconds. I'm going to lose this match because of time. So we'll go down to 2, and then we'll win on our turn. Yeah, so we have the win, but we're going to lose. Okay, guys, so we're going to lose this match because of time. I scooped it up. I will count that as a loss, so we lost our first match to Dredge. The motor interface, you know, it took us 4.5 minutes almost to click through and find our endurances, whereas if this was paper, we would just picked up our deck. You know, it wouldn't have taken that long. All right. Match 4, we are playing Estratus 901. We are on the play, and we will opt to play first. Feels bad losing my undefeated, my 0-loss streak against Hardened Scales yesterday and against Dredge today. It feels bad. Alright, this hand is not a keep. 3 Yawgmoth is too many. This hand is a keep. This one is better. So we're gonna ship. So they revealed Gigantha, so we're thinking like possibly a domain deck again, in which Boseiju is pretty good. But I think we're gonna have to play out the Boseiju unless we get rid of a Young Wolf. Maybe that's the move. Keep and ship a Young Wolf. We'll do that. I'm gonna leave with a fetch for a basic. And play out our Young Wolf and pass the turn. Our opponent's on a 7-card hand. See what they're doing here. It is their turn. For anyone that's stuck around, I know that was a long break. I appreciate you sticking by, hanging out. Might just have the window open, who knows, but it's nice that you're still here. I appreciate it. Okay, our opponent has taken a minute to think. And they lead with a Flooded Strand and pass the turn. Messenger actually is not a bad draw. We're just going to pass the turn. We might Chord and get ourselves a Dryad Arbor so we can go into Yawgmoth next turn and still have Boseiju up if need be. They go Triome. Alright, and they just pass. So I'm not going to actually... I'm not going to Chord here. I'm going to play out the Boseiju. See what they do. They're fetching, which is a little unexpected. If they're playing like a Binding, seems wasteful. It's fine. Prevented yourself 1 damage. Wonder if they have like a Ragavan. Oh, we can't actually cast our Chord, or we can't actually get our Messenger into play. I thought we had another black source. I always just assume we have the 3 black when we have the Mire. Let's see what they do here. Alright, so yeah, so that makes a little more sense now, why they would do that. We're going to let them take this line, let them hit us. This is the second time we've played against Domain this league. This deck has really become more popular since Binding has entered the format. Are they playing out our Geist? This is actually really good for us if they cast it. Hopefully they do. Appears they are not. I think they figured it out that wasn't the right move. Okay. Play at our Yawgmoth. And we will pass the turn. We'll see if they have a way to kill that. They have something like a Tribal Flames. They have another Binding. It's kind of annoying. So they'll get another hit in with their Ragavan. Double Binding. They're down to 13. They're coming in with a Ragavan again, which is fine. Let them do that. Best draw for us at this point is a Young Wolf. They could Evo away their Ragavan and get a 3-drop. Probably not great. And I'm kind of happy we didn't draw that. We don't really want that right now. Okay. Let that go away. We'll fetch. Still think Young Wolf is probably our best draw. If we have a Young Wolf, another Yawg. Play it out. It's the most mana efficient play. It gives us a blocker for Ragavan. Like if they want to bolt it, we'll let them bolt it. And then if not, okay, a third binding. Cool. 1 mana instant speed removal. You know, Wizards has really had it in for creature decks recently. Between binding, fury, venting a little bit here, but a little tired of the fact that they've printed such good removal that's really good against our deck. Strange we're losing to Ragavans today. Alright, they got themselves a Birds of Paradise. Do they have the 4th binding? We shall see. They have something like a Remand now. It would be funny if they had the fourth binding. It wouldn't be, but it would be at the same time. Be a little upsetting. Let's see what they do here. Okay, Wild Nicottle, we know they have a Ragavan in hand. Let's see if they just cast that out. Like, after all of this, like, as long as this sticks on the board, still have an opportunity to win this game. Okay. That's annoying. Here comes Ragavan again. Still would like a Young Wolf. They have another bird. I guess our best draw would probably be Besage from here. That is not a Besage. Deck is not being particularly kind to us right now. We're almost dead, to be honest. Their removal has been pretty good. They got 2 Yawgs under a binding, under 2 bindings. Another Yawg in the graveyard. They've been hitting us with Ragavan up to this point. They're almost at a point where they can, I guess they can get the Gigantha and cast it this turn if they want to. Yeah, we're pretty dead. See what they get here. A land. Strange they're not getting the Gigantha. I'm going to fetch down to 3. I know it puts me into bolt range, but it's fine. Oh, cool. Another land. Alright, let's draw a card. Let's see what we're doing. Oh, a Remand. Okay. Sure. Remand feels like a weird inclusion for this deck. It feels like this is like intended to be an aggressive deck, and the inclusion of Remand, it doesn't feel like it fits. It is I mean, it's a tempo card, but at the same time it just doesn't feel like it belongs to me. Alright, there's Ragavan again. So our blocks are going to be on Ragavan here, and on the Nicottle here. I'm guessing they have another Ragavan in hand based on these attacks. Still haven't lost this game. Something like a Grist off the top would be really good. Once again, strange they didn't bring the Gigantha. Huh. Could cord for a Yawg, but I think it's actually better to get a Grist right now. Work our way up to an ultimate. Alright, they have another remand. Stubborn Denial, okay, never mind. They could have brought Gigantha into their hand, so that's weird that they didn't. Yeah, this is Domain Zoo. This is our second time playing against this deck this league. We lost to it our first time around. They've had pretty good hand against what we do up to this point. Oh, no attack, no Gigantha into the hand once again. I think they forgot about their Gigantha. Cool, another land. Just what I wanted. This was a Moldus 6 this game as well. There's a Kavu. Once again, our best draw is a Grist. We will gladly block there, otherwise we're dead. We have 4 creatures in our graveyard. Like, our way to win this game is not that. We need Grist, fill up our graveyard with 2 more creatures, and then ultimate. That's how we win. I don't think we've seen a single Grist as of yet. Okay, yeah. There we go. Estrus. Okay. I don't think we want Thoughtseize on the play. Maybe we do. Once again, I feel like Messenger is probably not great in this matchup. Can probably shave a Young Wolf on the play. Shave Endurance. Actually have a fair amount of interaction for what we're trying to do. Maybe I cut down on an Evo, something like this. This is, I think, a little bit different than what I did last time, but let's see how this goes. This has not been a great league up to this point. We are currently 1-2. We timed out against Dredge, so it took us 4 minutes to click through our deck to get the cards that we needed for the kill. Alright, this hand is fine. This hand isn't spectacular, but it's acceptable. Like, it ramps pretty hard. Force of Vigor gives us an answer to a couple of their cards, which is nice. Of course, Dryad Arbor shows up. Getting really tired of seeing Dryad Arbor. Really tired. I guess it's a pitchable card to Force of Vigor. I'm going to get a Tomb, Shock, Hierarch, and I'm going to swing for 2 here. So they have a relatively slow start here. Let's see what they do. If they have like a bolt or something. They could play out a Scion. Oh my gosh. This is not our day today. I didn't know they played this card, but yeah, sure. I'm a little tilted right now. This has been rough. This has been a rough league up to this point. Would have played around it had I known that was in the deck. Wouldn't have made myself, put myself in that position. Yeah, this has been brutal. Yeah, we're pretty much dead in the water now. I mean, I guess we can draw to Grist is our best card. Force of Vigor doesn't really do anything at this point. We're going to take a hit for 5. Yeah, Fury is frustrating. It's frustrating to play against. Just like Pyrokinesis, pretty strong in Modern. And then it has a quick clock attached to it as well. I'm a little tilted right now. I need to take some deep breaths. Alright. Let's see if we get Furied again. We're going to take another hit for 5, and then we're in like double Tribal Flames range. There's really nothing else we can do though. We can't chord for anything because we have our Dryad Arbor. And this is like the dilemma with Force of Vigor in this matchup. There's certain hands they have where it lines up really well, and other hands they have where it doesn't do anything, and this is one of those instances where it doesn't seem like it's going to do anything. We're down to 6. And they're just leaving mana up, so there's what they're saying to me is that they have interaction. I guess... Nah, I don't want to attack. Whether their interaction is like a binding or some sort of counter spell of some sort. Yeah, there's a binding, sure. I'm going to respond to this with a chord for 1. And I'm anticipating they have some sort of interaction. It feels like they have a remand. Yeah, sure. So I'm kind of priced into Force of Vigoring here. We'll see what they do. Yeah, Zoo again. We are not doing well. We lost to a triple Leyline Binding hand in game 1. And once again, they're representing Remand here. So regardless, I don't think we're going to be in a situation where we're winning this game, but we'll see. So we'll see what they do here. Let's see if they discard a Remand. Okay, so they discard Stubborn Denial. Once again, representing Remand. Their third Stubborn Denial. Coming in, bud. We're down to 1. Alright, another chord. So we're going to block with our Dryad Arbor and then chord for a Mana Dork, I guess. I don't think we have an out from here. Not a good one, at least. Alright, we'll get a bird. I guess our out is a grist, which we have not seen yet this match. Bird and Catacomb's not going to do it. Alright, we are 0-2 against Domain this league. And then I just got pummeled by Domain again. So this is not going great. Yeah, that's what I think of when I see your name. Another Jacampa. Alright, are we playing against Domain for a third time? This hand is good. We can't ask for more than what we've got, so we're going to keep, and we will see. I'm going to lead on the shock. The reason being is if this is Domain, Boseiju has a lot of value, so we'll take the 2 points of damage for the hope of drawing another land and being able to hold on to the Boseiju. Portable Hole. That's an odd start. That is odd. I think I'm going to make the more mana efficient play here and get our Geist into play. Hierarch is just really fragile. So there's a Stoneforge. Feels like a Cauldron. Huh, I wonder what... Yeah, this isn't good. Swing for 3. I feel like we've had a lot of hands this league where it's been like drawing 2 to 3 Yawgs at a time and we haven't been able to cast them. Not great. This definitely isn't Domain. Okay, so this is like Death and Taxes, which we're also super favored against, but the way things have been going the last 24 hours, I don't know if I should say that. This is like, or it might be Fiddlebender. Let's see, my win rate against D&T is 11-1. So if that's what we're playing against, I think they're debating whether they're going to use the mana or swing. A land would be good. Another green card would be good, as long as our Hierarch sticks around. Oh my god. I don't know, everybody. I don't know what to do at this point. Domain Forge Mystic. My deck really hates me right now. It is revolting. So like, I'm in a really bad situation because I don't have another green card. So I can't, like, I could sacrifice the Hierarch to downtick there, draw a card, hope it's another green card or a land, but like, if they kill this Yawgmoth from here, I'm going to be at least 2 turns away from playing another one, which is really our path to victory. So the fact that not only did we draw a 3rd Yawgmoth, but we didn't draw a green card is really bad. I feel like they have another removal spell because they were thinking about doing something before they attacked with the Cauldron. It's just so bad. This is like the third or fourth game this league where that's been the case, where we've had 3 Yawgmoths in our hand. Alright, this feels like Fiddlebender. I think we need to draw cards, unfortunately. Another black card. I'm getting a little tilted here, guys. I apologize. I'm not enjoying this league up to this point. Yeah, we'll target ourselves. That's fine. We don't have main deck ooze, so I'd rather just put the endurance back in the deck. Can we find a land? Do we have lands in our deck? Prefer if it wasn't a fetch land, but alright. All 4 Yawgmoths are out of the deck. 3 of them are in our hand. Really would like a Wall of Roots. What in the world is this? Search your library for a basic Plains card. Strange. I've never seen that card before. So we're at 6. What's the move here? Three, 2. What's the move? What's the move? Okay, I think the move is to hope they mess up. I think that's the move. Put them down to 6. We're gonna go down to 2. Probably down to 2. We may discard our permanent card, mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Let's see what they do here. Another Stoneforge. Activate, equip. This is like a sword. Pretty much anything at this point. What is this equip for? 2? Okay, yeah, we're dead. Oh. Struggling this league, guys. I am struggling. I don't know if Magus is worth it. Maybe on the play. I feel like Shield Druid. If they're going to go the Cauldron route, might be worth it. It's too many cards. Too many cards. I wonder if we just go with this package. I think we just go with these 4 on the play. Board out some number of Wall of Roots, a Wolf. Basically going to treat this like Hammer Time. Endurance. Maybe a Grist. Yeah. Maybe I keep the Magus in just to have that possibility. We'll go with this. Alright, we are down a game. I'm calling this Fiddlebender. I don't know if that's what it actually is, but that's what we're going to call this. This hand is not very good. Has a Liberator, it has a Force of Vigor, and we're leaning on those two cards really, really heavy. If they have something like a Stoneforge, we're in a lot of trouble. The mana also isn't great in this hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh my gosh. Alright, you have to mulligan that one. We can't keep that. Alright, we'll keep this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dump these two. Turn 3 Yawgmoth and hope that's good enough. Keep 1, 2. Done. They're on a 6-card hand, if that's any solace, any consolation. This league has been brutal. I wonder if we're going to go 1-4 in this league. I couldn't tell you the last time that happened. We're currently 1-3. Portable hole? Feels like a portable hole. Okay, Sentinel. I'm okay with that. 2 more Hierarchs. Watch them, do they have a Fury in this deck as well? I'm gonna get some beats in. Swing for 3. Watch us get Furied next turn. Who thinks it's gonna happen? I guess that was a good learning experience against Domain in our last match. Play around Fury instead of just being salty about it. No Pithing Needle. Stoneforge. Okay, we're okay with that. See what they get. If they go for Cauldron again, they go for Cauldron again. Okay, so we're fine with that. Endurance is not a bad draw. That's not a great draw. Another Yawg. I wonder if we cut them off this Sentinel as well. I think we might. Okay, Liberator's pretty good. Let's swing for 1. The reason I took them off the Sentinel is because of the Springleaf Drum. Not because it really affects what we're doing here, but they have 2 artifacts. They're close to a dispatch here. There's this thing. They get a Plains. So Endurance is going to be pretty good against that. Is that 2 separate triggers? Let me discard. No, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay, we're gonna start with an attack for 3. And then I'm going to Endurance their graveyard, I think. Just in case their intention is to get the Stoneforge back. Let's see what they have here. See if they have another Stoneforge. Alright, Plains, cool. Battlefield tapped. And a Nettlecyst. Okay, we're pretty far ahead here. We know Caldra's in their hand. Okay, play out our land. What does this do at 3? Create a 1/1 colorless spirit. Play out a Liberator. Do we just dump the Nettlecyst right now and swing for 5? I don't think we really care about the Nettlecyst. I'll play out a Blood Artist and I'll pass the turn. We'll see what they can do on their turn. That's a 3/4. Wow. Another one. Okay. This is an enchantment creature. This is an interesting deck. I guess this is what happens when you're 1-3. Is this Core Tapper? Is that what this deck is? Or is it just like a second combo? Okay, yeah, that's fine. We don't care about that. Sure. I can chump block that all day. I don't mind doing so. Birds is fine. So I guess I can remove this counter with this thing. Okay, that was a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they can actually cast the Cauldra next turn, but that's not that big a deal. I'm gonna leave the bird in hand. I'm gonna leave the Boseiju in hand. The reason I'm doing this is to flip the Liberator. This is a little more complicated of a game than I feel like it should be. Discard Portable Hull. Sure. Really? That's what you're taking? Okay. I wonder if I sacrifice it or not. I don't think I do. I just let them have it. So they're going to get Cauldron play. But we're going to start mowing down their board next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, based on the way the board state looks, it looks like we're behind, but I don't think we are. Don't actually think we are. Okay, so here comes the Cauldron. It's fine. So I think we block here, Beseiju the portable hull. I think that's the line. We'll gain a life. Kill one of these next turn. Okay. I think we're fine with that. It's annoying, this is the actual activation, is to remove a counter, so you can't respond to them removing a counter with like a proliferate. Which is kind of annoying. Alright, we're really close to lethal right now. Do we have Dried Arbor? We don't have a Dried Arbor in the deck. So we swing for 5, put him to 6, kill this, put him to 5. Put him to 4, 3, 2. So we just need one more creature to kill them here. Let's see if we can find it. Nettle Cyst. Okay, they're down to 5. Alright, can we find one more creature? That is the question. One more creature that we can cast. Okay, that's a good one. That'll do it. They're contemplating, thinking what they're going to do, deciding if we have lethal, which we do. We most definitely had lethal at this point. This has been a weird match, right? Okay. There's a Force of Vigor too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we're definitely bringing in some Thoughtseizes for game 3. I think the life gain might be relevant off Shieldred as well. Feel like cutting a Grist, the Magus game 3, Giralf's game 3. The Endurance. So we're going kind of like aggro with our approach. Maybe 2 Thoughtseize. Bring back in 1 Wall of Roots. Alright, we'll go with it. This is kind of scary, right? A little scary. The unknown, right? Alright, this hand's pretty good. Of course, Dryad Arbor's back again. If they have a Pithing Needle, this hand will be terrible. They don't have a turn 1 play, which is... Oh, I yielded. Turn off auto yields. Oh, that was close. That was scary. Whew. Got my heart racing there. Okay, yield through this turn. Oh, that would have been terrible. Whew. This has been a stressful league. I can't have something else like that happen. Just time walk myself. Can't have it. Not allowed. So next turn we can go Arbor, Wolf, Bird. Or I can hold the Arbor. Okay, there's Stoneforge. I wonder what they're getting. I wonder. Thoughtseize? Court is pretty good. I mean, their turn is kind of spoken for. Having Shieldred's actually really good against Kaldra as well. That'll keep us in the game. I wonder next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We'll be short to be able to tutor for anything. Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy. Wow, they didn't play out the Kaldra. Why? I don't know, but they didn't. That's crazy. Ooh, that was really good too. They're going to remove a counter. This is going to take a few more activations to actually get rid of this thing. Okay, that's fine. Neutered our board a little bit. I probably should have waited on that. I think I just pass here and leave up Besaigia. Let them get something. Let them get something with the Saga, as opposed to giving them an extra mana. Are they removing a counter from it? Oh, they got like a combo going. Okay, I see you. I see you over there. Do we still have the... Alright, the Magus is in our sideboard. Magus would be good. This thing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're pretty close to just killing them. Pretty close. We find another undying creature. Does that do it? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a wolf. Draw a bunch of cards. We played our land drop out. Well, they're not going to be able to get another... Oh, I guess they can return the needle, right? So we could look for a Force of Vigor. Maybe that's the move. This is tricky. We don't have the messenger. Alright, we're going to draw a bunch of cards. So this gives us 2 lines. It gives us the potential kill. Thinking about something. I think Dispatch only applies to artifacts, right? Okay, that was the card we wanted. Draw a couple more here. Okay, we got 7 in hand. So they're going to bring Needle back in play. And they can do that. I played a land for turn already. I played the peat land. So no more land for me. I believe I played the peat land. There was a lot that happened that turn. Yeah, turn 4, peat land. So that was a long turn. It was drawn out. All right, they're figuring out what to do here. This is a very strange deck we're playing against. Do you make... Power Conduit with a bunch of charge counters? Like, they're a little short on mana to be able to just start making a bunch of constructs. Let's see what they go for here. Feels like we should win this, right? Let's see if they have a piece of interaction for our Force of Vigor. If they mana tithe us. They have 7 cards in hand. We know 2 of them. Oh, they do have another Pithing Needle too. Wow. Strange. if they have something like blacksmith skill or something, which would make sense. Double pithing needle. Seems strange when you're running a tutor package. Once again, the good old 1-3 bracket. Okay, they're going to put the other needle back in play. Let's see what they name. If they do Yawgmoth again. There's the planes we knew about. We don't know anything in their hand at this point. Nettle Cyst, sure. Portable hole, sure. That's fine. So I could pop these in response. We'll see if this resolves here. Get rid of the bird. Do they have something like a blacksmith's skill? Dispatch. Okay, sure. That's fine. A lot happened that turn. A lot of stuff. Does that just win? That does not. I don't want to do another turn of this. It's kind of annoying. I guess we try to find another Force of Vigor or land. So what I have to be wary of is that they probably have a card that gives their creatures trample and lifelink. What's the card called? Shadow Spear. Yeah, I have to be wary of that. So if they go like another needle, like a third needle and a Shadow Spear, I might just be dead. I would love another land too. I'm just gonna pass here. This might be wrong. If they have a third needle, that would be crazy. I guess they can pull a counter off of this thing. Oh, it's so annoying. My opponent said they missed their upkeep stop. Oh, okay, yeah, because they wanted to recur the needle again. Okay, so they missed that. We don't have any endurance left in the deck. I pulled them all out. So we don't have access to that line, unfortunately. Yeah, I think our out here is going to be finding another Force of Vigor. Okay, they got a drum. Do they have a Shadow Spear is the question. You'd have to imagine they do, right? so annoying. There's finally a land. I think I just go until I find a Force of Vigor, and then if they equip the Shadow Spear. There's another Yawg. Like, they have to have Shadow Spear, right? The fact that I'm even close to losing to this right now is... I'm too low at this point where, like, if they have Shadow Spear, I just die, so I think I just go for... But then again... 1, 2, Innkeeper, 1, 2, 3, 4. I also need to make sure I have enough to combo next turn. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, that thing doesn't have flying, which is good to know. Yeah, I think I just look for Force of Vigor here. Liberator. Two more Force of Vigors in the deck. All right. I think we stop at 2 life. I think we're gonna lose here, because I'm assuming they have a Shadow Spear. Let's see it. Would you board it out for 9 Pithing Needles? Alright, there it is. We lost. Alright, and that does it for this wonderful league that we played. We're gonna equip. Would you like to equip your Shadow Spear? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right. We started 1-0 and lost 4 in a row. I cannot remember the last time I did that. That was unimpressive. I'm sorry I subjected you all to that. Hopefully we learned a couple of things here. This list is not performing well. I think it's time to retire this list. So, yeah, that was pretty terrible. Let's pull up the list here. I mean, this is only a card or so different than what I had been running, but clearly it's not doing the job. I think I definitely need to figure out a better board strategy against those domain decks. I don't really have anything set in stone, anything concrete right now, and they seem to be more... The domain decks seem to be rising in popularity. So I need to figure out a better strategy against them and really kind of hammer down and solidify my game plan. This didn't really do anything. Got stuck in our hand. I mean, the main deck, I don't know that I really need to change anything in the main deck. You know, maybe I start running Hapatra again as opposed to running Shieldred. Maybe that's the missing piece to just mow down boards and give myself a, you know, in that situation that would have been good enough for the win if we had Hapatra in play. I don't know. Maybe that's the next move. That's what I'll test. Yeah, Domain. I don't know. I feel like we should win that matchup. Maybe Leyline Binding is what put it over the top, which is why my results might be skewed. Maybe we're being pulled in too many directions in that matchup, so I don't know. Where's Domain? 7-4. Got blown out by that Fury, so definitely keep your eyes open for Fury out of that deck if you play against it. So, I don't know. I think there's still some more tweaking to be done. I haven't cast a Veil of Summer in quite a long time, too. I very rarely bring in 3 Thoughtseize. Maybe I shave a Thougeize and a Shieldred for Hapatra and... I don't know, maybe like Terra Sunder. Maybe that's the card to play. Just a versatile answer to everything. So, maybe that's what I try next. So, yeah, they definitely have pathways to victory, but I think it should be closer than what was represented over the course of this league, where we 0-2'd it and, you know, got stomped out pretty hard both matches. Hopefully the next list that I test has a little bit more success than what we had this weekend. This weekend was not a good one. But thank you guys for joining me. I will hopefully see you back here next week. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys next time. I'm clocking out. Until then, be well.